Apex has so many legends in it now, and while these legends are all different, there is one thing that a few of them have in common, and that's the players don't know how to use their ultimates. So hello everyone, I'm your hostess with the mostest, 8-Second Gaming, and in today's video I'm going to be breaking down 4 legends ultimate that you are using incorrectly, so that you can start using them to their max potential and have a much easier time in game. And Apex has a lot to learn about the legends that it offers, and this video is a great place to start. But if you're looking to learn everything you can about this game, you need to check out the GameLeap website. Over there, we have top level coaches creating highly in-depth videos and guides in order to make you the best Apex player you can be. There's legend guides, gun guides, VOD reviews, and so much more. And this is the kind of stuff that you will not find anywhere else. So click the link in the description, pick yourself up a membership, or I'll hide all the batteries in your house. But now let's jump back into the legends and start things off with the Gas Daddy Caustic. Caustic is by far the best defensive legend. He's able to occupy so much space and force people to play in a lot of uncomfortable spots. But the best part about him, and where the other defensive legends fall off, is his ability to be offensive. He can easily siege buildings by going on the attack and creating choke points and funneling enemies into tight areas where they're easily cleaned up. But where I see a lot of people go wrong with him is where they throw his ultimate. A lot of players waste this by throwing it on top of one of his gas traps. They assume that the damage stacks and sometimes panic throw it. Well, I'm here to tell you that that is wrong. The ultimate damage and the damage from his barrels do not stack, so you are essentially wasting a huge asset to your team. But Caustic's ult has a benefit that the barrels do not. It can be thrown a lot further. You should always be looking to toss this further into the fight than barrels to cut off even more area, making a ton of real estate unplayable for the enemy team. The gas cloud from the ultimate is huge and it's a pain in the butt to get out of when caught out by it. So as Caustic, always be looking to throw this not on top of a barrel or even close to you if you don't have to. Use that range to extend your ground and take a bunch more space from the enemy team and make the fight a lot easier to clean up. Going forward though, our next legend is Bangalore. This is one that always makes me angry when I see Bangalore players. They never really understand her ultimate and just kind of throw it out everywhere they feel like it. They use it in a multitude of ways, and most of the time it actually hurts your team more than the enemy. With a Bangalore ultimate, you force your team to get out of it, and if they can't, then they end up getting shell-shocked. If they get hit by your ultimate, they are basically a sitting duck, all because of one misplaced ability. So what is the right way to use it then? Well, Bangalore's ultimate is designed around pushing enemy teams. Her kit was made to combat the vast amounts of open area in the Apex maps and give your squad a chance to push up on an enemy team while having a form of cover. And I know that whenever I say that, some people actually don't believe it, so here's a clip of the devs to prove it.
The whole mechanical set for Bangalore came from the Punjab soldiers that served in the Indian arm of the British military during World War I. Those soldiers had to cross massive swaths of no man's land and all that stuff, and so smoke and the type of bombardment that Bangalore employs is what's called a creeping barrage. And so that's a barrage that you synchronize with a group of infantrymen where it lands about 50 to 100 yards out.
Basically, your team needs to move with it
exactly.
to encroach on the position. Yeah.
So now, armed with that information, what do you think is the best way to use it? That's right, save it for when you need to make a risky push on a team. Force them to get behind cover and avoid the bombs. That gives your team a chance to push up and make an attack without being gunned down. Bangalore's ultimate is very straightforward. Don't overcomplicate it. Next legend though is going to be a support character, and this one is Lifeline. Lifeline is a very good beginner character with how easy her kit is. Seriously, there isn't anything special here. You revive your teammates, you give them the suck bot, and then you call in a care package to get loot. What could people possibly be messing up with this? Well, it's not really where or how they call in the care package, it's when. Apex is a very fast-paced game. Teams are always moving and they're always chasing down new fights. So you never really want to be in the same area for a long time if you don't have to be. I see it time and time again with Lifeline players where they will loot an area and then call down the care package, sit and wait for it to fall. You just turned on a bat signal of, hey, we're over here, come kill us. Because you sit and wait for the care package to drop, you are wasting a lot of time. Time that could have been spent looting the place you just got to. So instead of looting, then calling it down, I want you to arrive at a new spot. call the package in, loot, then you can loop back to the package, grab what you need, and you're gone. There's no downtime with this, no wasted seconds of staring at the sky watching the ultimate come down, because there's no point. You know where it's landing, it doesn't have legs, it's not going anywhere, you can let it sit for a second after it falls. Doing this will result in less deaths because by the team show up to kill you, you're gone. So you're welcome, I've turned you into Houdini. And the next one is a character that for some reason has a cult following. Like, people have their mains and really like them, but the people who play this legend take it to the next level. And this one is of course Mirage. Mirage is a legend built around playing tricks on people's minds and making them second guess who the real or fake one is. So people that play him for some reason love popping his ultimate mid-fight and run around the clones, causing people to quote-unquote freak out. But I'm gonna be very blunt here, Mirage's ultimate is one of the worst in the game and is very easy to track if you know what you're looking for. At the start of his ult, the biggest clue is the real Mirage's arms glow blue when they first activate the ability, so you can very clearly see who the real one is and then just track them down and finish the fight. It's not very confusing at all. If you are one of the people who is a member of this cult of bamboozlers and insist on playing this legend, then please, for the love of God, stop using this ability in front of people. Make sure to break line of sight and then use it. That way you can have all the clones run in different directions and confuse them for like a second until they catch on. Like I said, Mirage's ultimate has a ton of dead giveaways, so you don't want to make it any easier. Use everything that you can to break line of sight so that people cannot see your arms after you pop the ability. Don't give them any help. And I know that some of you may be asking about a certain legend in the comments, and I want you to think about this first before asking. Thinking outside the box isn't using it wrong. It may not go as intended, but at least you're innovative and thinking of ways to outplay people. Just because, say, a legend like Mad Maggie's ultimate is very good for pushing fights doesn't mean you're using it wrong if you pop it to run away. The speed pads are very helpful at getting you out of sticky situations. That's not using it wrong. Or another good example is Horizon. Her ultimate is mainly used to suck people into the middle while you throw nades at them. But some players wait for enemies to sit behind a door. Instead of kicking it down, they throw Horizon's ultimate. It rips off the door and catches whoever is inside off guard. Again, not as intended, but not wrong. There are plenty of examples of different ways to use ults in Apex, so don't think just because you aren't using it for the intended reason that you're using it wrong. The examples that I used in this video are ways that many people are putting themselves at disadvantages, and I'm here to help. Sometimes people think that this is outside the box thinking, but it's actually just getting them killed. And it sometimes takes a person telling you that you're messing up for you to realize it. I know a lot of people who still think Caustic's ult and barrel's damage stacks when it never has. So I'm willing to be the person that tells you the harsh truths in order to help you get better. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new. If you did, please remember to drop a thumbs up, and if you want to stay up to date with the latest Apex Legends tips, tricks, and news, don't forget to smash that sub button and ring the bell also. Thank you all for watching. Once again, I'm Second Gaming 8, and I will see you in the next one.